Welcome back everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk Ships and Let's Talk Pan-Asia Destroyer. And we are finally here at tier 10 Pan-Asia gearing, or shall I say summer class destroyer. She was sold to Taiwan Navy in December 1969. What we do expect here, is this line any special from the regular Tech 3 gearing? The answer is yes. And because this is probably the best thing about World Warship, they want to make all nation differently. Because let's face it, honestly now, my personal opinion, if there will be just a copy of Fletcher or a copy of Gearing, which in some way it is same concealment or same close to same speed and stuff like that, you would not trying to grind another nation, if you of course not from Taiwan, then it's a different story, or from China. But what I'm trying to say, guys, is that they are different, and let's talk about tier for tier, what's the difference and so on. Are you guys ready? Before I go and say something, keep in mind this is 0.6.11 test server, so everything I can say take with a pinch of salt, because it's still work in progress. So that's the thing. I say some stats, but Wargaming can change all those stats before they will hit the live server. Alright guys, let's do it, because it's a lot of things to cover. Alright guys, it's the hit point 18,500, not something special. Armor 90mm, it's a destroyer after all. Now I honestly believe there's something wrong with the speed. It's kind of a slow 36.5. Please let me know. I don't quite know if my gearing, which I actually own in my garage, that was my first tier 10 ship. It was a US gearing. It has such a 36.5 knots. I honestly believe it's slightly higher. However, let's go further. Turning radius 620, it's fantastic. Rudder shift time 6.1. Now remember guys that all those stats are without captain, without any module. Now something it's a little bit different between my gearing. It's a goddamn detection 7.02. What is that important? I honestly believe it's the first time you will spot a goddamn Shima. I repeat, you will spot the Shima, you will spot the... Hold on. It is the stealthiest tier 10 destroyer in this game. Matter of fact, you'll spot everyone. It's 7.02, but with all those modules and blah blah blah, I do believe you will gonna get to I don't know, 5.4, 5.5. It's a kamikaze level of, or Kagero's level of the concealment. I'm not 100% sure, but it's very close. It's not 5.8, it must be a whole lot lower, that's for damn sure. Which basically means if you, let's say if you have 5.5 kilometers at tier 10, you will spot everyone. You're the stealthiest destroyer in this game at tier 10. However, keep that in mind that you can face Kagero, and Kagero it's the stealthiest. But if you're gonna face Kagero, you're gonna kill it with guns alone. And you are a special kind of destroyer, and I'll tell you why. Air detection 4.2, it's amazing. Consumable, you have repair, smoke, US smoke, and you can change the speed boost to radar. And I do believe you will do that, because the radar will last for 15 seconds. I'm not 100% sure of the range, but I honestly believe it's around 7.5, which basically means that inside your smoke gunfighter, another destroyer, even though 15 seconds, it's not a whole lot. Probably you'll survive, probably not. But the thing is that it's the rate of fire. Remember, gearing at a close range. Let's say if you are another destroyer. You're a Japanese destroyer. It doesn't matter what the Japanese destroyer you are, and you are within 5.5 kilometers away from gearing, or 5.4. The chance you might be deleted. I'm not joking. That rate of fire is just crazy good, and depend on the module and the captain can choose. It's just ridiculous. And the shell arcs, even though they are kind of lazy, light shells, it's still gonna hit at this close range. So combine radar, US smoke, and stupid rate of fire, fight on other enemies, destroyers, versus this ship. It's kind of foolish. You might lose that battle. That's what I'm trying to say, because I'm comparing with all tier 10. This is the stealthiest and in some way the deadliest destroyer to face, because if he passed the smoke and you have the smoke as well, you're dead in 15 seconds. Even though he might not kill you, but give you one hell of a round. Probably take more than half of your HP pool, just him alone. That's what I'm trying to say. Because we are going for main guns, guys, and this is the same 6 guns, reload 3 seconds stock with no module and stuff like that. I do honestly believe that you or Engering are the fastest rate of fires destroyer in this game. 7.2, 180 rotation degrees are fantastic. Firing range 11.94. It's kind of on the short side, but on the other hand, I do not recommend to have advanced firing training. Maybe it's good, I don't know. It's up to you, because it's still lazy arcs, like a US or shells. That's the thing. And this is the damage, 180. It's still muzzle velocity 792. That's and chance to put your enemy on fire is the US level 5%. And for AP, guys, it's 2100, and same thing. Sorry, guys, 792 meters a second. Now, this is where the difference between a Gary and this ship. It's in the concealment, some lower speed, but. And radar, but the difference, it's also huge big difference, is, guys, it's with torpedoes. Because, guys, this bugger, this destroyer, only has DW, which means for deep water torps, and they are not gearing torps. They are another kind of torps. I don't know what they are, but they are, in my opinion, shall I say, for battleship, this is the deadliest torps. Even though you don't do the whole lot damage. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, even the tier 8 and 9 will do more damage than this torp, which is kind of awkward. Very awkward. You still have 10 torps, but they will do a little bit less damage than tier 9 and tier 8. But on the other hand, it's 68 knots. Oh, now I know exactly. In this ship, I highly recommend that you have this module that decrease the range minus 20%, but you receive additional 5 knots. So if you do that, I honestly believe that you're still gonna have around 11 kilometers or something like that, close to 11 kilometers in range, which is more than good. But what's the special and why I do recommend that, 68 plus 5, that's 73 knots. Yes, 73 knots at around 11 kilometers. And what I'm trying to say, guys, is that detection 0.8 at 73 knots. I'm just saying, good luck dodging. You have close to 0 reaction time. You have no time to react. You are a dead battleship. I'm not joking. I repeat, 73 knots at this fantastic range, close to 11 kilometers. And I do believe probably it's a little bit more than 11 kilometers. At this detection 0.8, you cannot dodge a shit. By the way, this is kind of awkward. Those torps are not for any enemy destroyer and not for some light cruiser, which basically means I don't know exactly if Minotaur can receive and be hit by those torps or not. Probably not. And in that case, it's kind of awkward, because if you see a Minotaur or another destroyer in the smoke, you cannot aim for that smoke because your torpedo are so deep, you're never gonna hit any destroyer, and that is, I know for sure. But versus other light cruisers, I don't know. Probably not. But for heavy cruisers and of course all battleship and aircraft carrier, yes sir. So that's the biggest difference between gearing and this Panacea destroyer, guys. AA defense, I honestly believe it's more or less the same, or 45 DPS at 5 kilometers, 23 at 3.5, and over here you have 32 at 3.5, and 10 to 2 kilometers. So it's more or less gearing's level of AA defense. So I told you the biggest difference. The biggest difference is, guys, that this destroyer will have in many ways kind of a unique radar and very stealthy. Not that fast though. Remember, if you trade your speed boost versus radar, you're not that slow, so keep that in mind when you are facing a cruiser or a plane or an aircraft carrier. Might still hit and kill you, especially a tier 10 aircraft carrier, because you're kind of a slow. That's the thing. You have good rudder and good concealment, but very good goddamn concealment. So you are a battleship hunter and a destroyer killer. That's what you are. As a matter of fact, you are one of the most scariest destroyer you can face. You may argue that Z52 has hydro and will last much longer, so it could be that it's the hard counterpart that you have to know that your limitation of the radar, I'm talking about 15 seconds, it's limited versus German hydro. That's what I'm trying to say. But otherwise, if you're facing whatever you're facing, you will outspot anyone. Even Z52, you'll outspot it way before he will outspot you. So that's the thing, my friends. But very awkward that the torpedo are only for the battleships and for the heavy cruisers. Please let me know what you think about this summer class Panacea tier 10 destroyer with radar, consumable, of which I'm not 100% sure the range, but it's around 7.5 and active for 15 seconds. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and always, captains, let me know what you think in general about tier 8, 9 and 10 Panacea destroyer, which all have now radar and only deep water torps. So if you are in a Japanese destroyer, you should not fear the torps, but you'll probably fear their guns, but not the torps, because those torpedoes are not for you as a destroyer. Which is, I don't know, some way kind of weird, because there's a lot of smoke going on and there's a lot of fight, but you cannot torp that smoke if you know for sure that it's a destroyer. That's the thing. So it's kind of awkward. Thanks guys for watching, and subscribe to my channel. Always, captains, fair seas, and goodbye.